Welcome back, everyone, to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. In the last episode, we got here, to the Temple of Time after speaking to Russell and going back through the Sacred Grove. Striking Master Sword has brought us almost essentially back in time. And we're here at the dungeon that's behind one of the, glass windows. Coming up to the staircase. Link, don't you think there's something odd about that statue? In the grove and the temple entry, there was always matching ones on each side. There's only one here. Why don't you use your senses to take a look around? So if we transform the wolf form, you can see there is a statue that was supposed to be here, but is no longer here. I knew it! There was one more here originally. We need to find me a statue in this temple that matches that one. Transform back. And as you can see, this door, we can't open it no matter what we try to do. This door will not budge. So we do need to activate the other one. Now this dungeon does have I wouldn't say quite unique mechanic, but a pretty cool one. A lot of this dungeon is based on weighted puzzles. So this kind of ballish looking weight, you can put it down on this platform. That'll rise that platform over there. So that's kind of the mechanic of this dungeon. You're going to be doing a lot with weight-based puzzles. And it's pretty nice. I really like this. Not so fast! At last, this is it! This is where I've been trying to get to! The ancient technology of our people sleeps in this place. We've searched all over and now we're so close, I can smell it! Once we find that thing, we can go home at last. Oh gracious, yes! Young man, we're so close, so please help us find what we're looking for. We obtain cuckoo, yay! So she'll let us warp back out of the dungeon. Seems she's also looking for something to get back home, so we need to help her find that. Down here there are 2 unlit torches. We can go ahead and light those. Presenting us with a chest. Inside this chest, it's a small key. Very nice to have pretty early on. And I believe this door might actually be locked up here. Yeah, it's locked, okay. Small keys in this dungeon, you don't have to worry about taking them to other parts of the dungeon, which was a big issue in Ocarina of Time. But in this game, there's nothing you have to worry about. Those little spider creatures, those are new to this dungeon. Fairly unique creatures too, that they don't really pose a threat. I never usually have a problem with them. Of course, I say that now, and then I'm gonna have a problem with them. They're claw shot targets, and there's this there's this pad right there that we can weight down with a pot, which is pretty nice. And that's how we're gonna get the chest over here. Get us some arrows, which I was actually in need of, because I think I only had 2 left in that quiver, which is nice. Alright, and now bring out the slingshot and break that pot. And now open this gate right here. That's a pretty cool puzzle. Alright. Let's go ahead and use Helm Splitter to take care of him. Don't have to worry about him too much. There's 2 more in here. Or 3 more, actually. Oh, I got all 3, actually. Nice! I hear keys as well. Somewhere in this room. And that right there is an Armos. It's this game's rendition of an Armos. They hit hard, but is in other Zelda games, their weakness is on their back. They are slow though, so you can get around them pretty easily. And I just like to mortal draw their back. Either that or use the back slice. Killing all the enemies in this room nets you a chest. And inside this chest, I believe is a dungeon map for this dungeon. Sure is. Very, very easy to get. Chest up here as well. I believe this mountain might contain bombs or rupees. Yeah, 20 rupees. Not too bad. There's another 2 weights over here. Oh, there are keys. Oh, I just sent them out to the nether realm. That was cool. I want to do it again. Oh no, he just died against the window. How did they go outside the boundary and that one didn't? Weird. Whatever. I believe you can hookshot these things. Nope, they are exactly metal, so it's gonna take a little bit to actually get them over to the weights. Oh my god. I want to put away the stupid lantern. Thank you. Okay. Good, good, good. Now we can get rid of that key that's right there. And head on through this door. I love the design of this dungeon as well. A lot of these dungeons in this game, really well designed. Very, very much memorable. There's a BMOS right there, and I'm going to go ahead and quickly take care of it. The structure of this the BMOS in this dungeon as well are very, very different to the ones in the Goron mines. So I'll take care of you. Helm splitter. There we go. Helm splitter is such a useful tactic. It's very nice to have. There's a Poe right there. We cannot do anything about it currently. So just don't even worry about it. There's a lot of Lizzophos in this room. Stab. What? How'd that miss? What? Why is that missing? There we go. Gotcha. That took a little bit of time. There's another one right up here. I'm just gonna use all of them on. Nice. Alright. Let's go ahead and head back up. I want to know if the spinner was actually going to be used in this dungeon. It was not used last dungeon. But, apparently you do need to use it. Just fine. It's always nice to have a spinner. There is a small key there. We can't do anything with that yet. So, we can push and pull this to raise it up or down. So I'm going to raise this up. Up here's a bell. We cannot do anything with that yet. And then waiting for this to drop, because this takes a while. I believe there's nothing down at the bottom. There's a lot of the, kind of the spiderlings. We can't do anything with them yet. There are these 2 pads right here, but we need to find 2 weights. There is one right here. That we have to hurl it over. Do have to be careful of the spinning blades because they will knock the weight out of your hand. I think while doing this on my practice file, I had one run of Twilight Princess before I continued the project, and that's what my first file is. And that's without doing the final dungeon in the game. And I had a glitch happen where one of these weights I could not obtain. So I had to like leave the room and come back and have their positions respawn again. Very, very frustrating. Because especially the first one that we get, is pretty annoying to get past these spinning blades because they do like to not agree with you. Yeah, see? Whoa, that was weird. That one got stuck. Oh well. Let's go ahead and place this down. I'll raise this platform. Now, If we go in through here. See, it's locked. The music in this dungeon, by the way, very, very nice. Very atmospheric. These armos, there's another way to deal with them. You just get bomb arrows. And not use the lantern. You can shoot a bomb arrow and easily take care of them. It's just more fun to deal with them with a sword because otherwise they're kind of pathetic. And once you kill them, chest spawns in the back. You might be able to see what that is, because we were needing one in the last room. But it's a small key. Not too bad. There are 2 weights right here. Let's go ahead and hurl these up. Unfortunately, there is a chest up here, but I don't know if you can see it, but there are 2 pads, one right there and one right there. Don't think anything you can do right now can push those. So unfortunately we can't do anything with that yet, but we can open this chest. Get ourselves a stamp. The Hylian letter L. That chest was not there in the original game. It was it might have been there, might have been rupees, but that's new to this game as well. Alright, once we're back in here, we have the small key now, so we just have to go back to the door that was over here. We can just roll right over. Get there pretty easily. Alright, so in this room, combo off the bow and arrow and bombs. To you. To kill you. And now, with either the bow and arrow or the slingshot, hitting that gem will switch the doors, allowing you to progress further into the dungeon, or into this room. I knew a yellow rupee dropped. Again, you can use bow arrow, you can use slingshots, whatever you want. I'm just using bow and arrow because slingshot is useless otherwise. Alright, before you hit the switch again, go ahead and activate this, or open this chest. I believe that's the compass for the dungeon. Yep, so map and compass, pretty easy to get. If not a little bit out of your way for the compass. Alright, and now we can go ahead and flip the switch again. This one's a little bit hard to hit because you are quite a bit of distance away, but it's not too hard. Oh, hi camera. Having a good old time, I see. There's another Lizzo Foes right there. She's gonna mortal draw. Don't need to worry about that. One's a little bit harder. The ones that have skulls on their heads. Otherwise, wasn't really a challenge. Flipping that switch will again switch the doors. It's another Lizzo Foes right here. Let's go ahead and attract him this way so I can hit him with a Muldraw, because I think there's a second one. This one is more armored, so he's a little bit harder to handle. As you can see, you can't shield bash him. Only when he starts to attack is when you can shield bash him. I was trying to mortal draw him, but I don't think that's gonna work. And now I can Helm Splitter. Yeah, he's a little bit harder to handle than the originals. You can still mortal draw him. If not, it's a little bit difficult. The Helm Splitter is probably the easiest way to handle. There we go. Still a little bit of a challenge, but not too bad. They are starting to raise the challenge level of the enemies. So it is getting a little bit more handle. Or a little bit more difficult to handle, but otherwise, not too bad. See, if you try to multi draw immediately like I do the original Stealthos, they do like to block you almost immediately. So Helm Splitter is the safest way to take care of him. You almost never get hit when you're doing the Helm Splitter, as long as you shield bash first. Well, that's the only way to activate a Helm Splitter, I guess. But it's fairly easy. If not a little bit challenging, because you gotta shake up your strategies a bit and be ready to shake them up. Because otherwise, later on, enemies get a little bit rough. Going through this room as well, you can see still a lot to go for this dungeon. We're only... Let me just access the map. There's a few floors to this dungeon. Very tall. Go and take care of these guys. The easiest way to deal with these wormlings, or I don't know what he's called, spiderlings, I guess, is just to shoot them. They do drop arrows as well, so you don't have to worry about your stock. Plus, if you got the quiver upgrade that I got, it's very clean to get rid of them. Big ones do take 3 shots, so it's just easier to stab them with your sword. Wait, that's the last one? Yep. Killing all of them will net you a chest. And in this chest, it's a purple rupee. Not too bad. Handy rupees if you need them. Of course, I really don't, but very handy nonetheless. As you can see, there are these 2 weighted platforms here. Stepping on one will shift the scale of the other. So, once you toss that, they'll become even. This one will teeter out, and you can actually climb up. So, it's a little bit of thinking, but otherwise it's not too bad. There is, however, this top area, which we can get to with the claw shot. As you can see, we're a little bit too low. So if you throw this back over, you do need to be walking so you can throw it over and, you know, not miss. Throw the other one over. That'll set them on balance, so you shouldn't be able to get that target. Wow, it's still far away. I don't know if I'm able to get that right now. I might be able to get a pot from down here. There's not a pot down here? What? That's new. Oh, they probably don't want to put a pot down here, so you can't get those, by the way. No matter how hard you try, you cannot get those. They're kind of just there for aesthetic purposes. However, there is that. Completely forgot this one was over here. I think there might be another one on the opposite side. No, it's just this one. There is one up there. Wow, I completely forget how many they actually give you in this room. It's pretty crazy. I think having a few... What? How'd that miss? You do need to be like a good distance away when you throw it, or else it won't make the clearance. Alright, now that we're on the high rise, it should be able to... Yeah, there we go. That doesn't look too far away on just a normal scale, but it's quite a distance away. Coming around here, you can see there is a Poe right there for the taking. So come down. And if I could not miss, that'd be lovely. Come on. You wanna come down and fight like a ghost man? Thank you. I will appreciate your soul. Alright, if we run over here to this chest, by the way, they'll automatically transform us back. Getting us a stamp for the Hylian letter T. Not too bad. There is a door up here as well. Coming in here, there is 2 Helmosaurs and a Armos. So I'm gonna get bomb arrows. Go and get the Helmosaurs over here so we can deal with them. Actually, I want to try something. Oh, no. You're just gonna go ahead and run over to me. That's fine. Alright, so can you activate and come here, please? I did ask nicely. Please? Thank you. What? That didn't kill you? Okay, there we go. You don't need to be exact on the target, by the way, because of the bombs. The explosion radius pretty forgiving. Now, if we go ahead and head up there, you can see there are 4 weighted platforms. There's also a chest up here. In this, we get a red rupee. You can see there are 2 weighted balls up here. If I can actually get the other one, come on. There's no other way to get weights up here. Well, if we use our claw shot, grab the shells of the Helmosaurs. Those can actually weight the platforms down. Now the other one's a little bit hard to get to because I didn't think this through. I can't believe that worked. Nice. And opening that, we'll get a very, very quick big key for the dungeon already. We don't even have a supposed dungeon item for this dungeon, and we already have the big key. Very, very quick to go ahead and take care of. So you don't have to worry about coming back up here. Now we can go ahead and hop down and head through this door. And go through the next part of the dungeon. Ow. Here, that Beamos. Ow! Same one hit me. They do start going in a wave, but otherwise they are a little bit hard to time. Are there weighted platforms? Because there's a few... I guess not. Okay. Nothing to worry about then. Going up here, there's a bunch more Lizzo foes. How did you not notice me until I killed your friends? There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, coming over here, there is a chest. If I can get... Ow! I touched the side, I didn't touch the blade! Oh my god. And somehow I didn't hit it there. We get a small key. Can open these pots. Get a heart. Which is nice. Ow! The perspective on that blade is very difficult. It's fine. There's a bunch of hearts in there just in case you get hit. A lot. So if you're like me, drop that right there. Or throw it. Because I hit the wrong button. You can see what it does. It deactivates the field right there. Can head on through. This dungeon's a lot of mini kind of puzzles in each of the rooms. It's pretty cool. This is also kind of cathartic, just killing these like little spiderlings. Alright, killing all of them will spawn a chest right there. Of course, you have Armos to deal with. Activate the combo. Get you. Get you. I'm gonna climb up and get this chest. in it. Purple rupee. Alright, with them both gone. That'll activate the gate. There's still a bell here. Can't do anything with, but there is a rune right there. I believe that's the symbol of light from Ocarina of Time. I believe that's the light symbol. I could be wrong. With the small key that we got, we can open this. There's a statue. Moving closer. Meet this game's rendition of the Dark Nut. Very, very heavily armored. Very tough to take down normally. He will, if he hits you, will stun you a bit. Kind of knock you off your feet. Good way to handle him. He will try to shield bash you as well, so the Helm Splitter is not exactly the best way to take care of him. You can spin around him and do the jump strike. Not the jump strike, the back slice. It is a little bit hard to hit. As you can see, shield bashing still does not work. Once you get around him, wow, I'm not hitting him at all. You just collide with the shield. But if you can get collision with his back, you can knock off his armor a bit. This isn't about doing damage, it's about knocking off the armor. So don't worry about using Mortal Draw or anything like that. Just worry about getting the armor off. It's a little bit of a slow fight, because you gotta worry about getting the armor off while he's constantly shielding you. Once the shield's gone, he drops his armor. Places his great sword with a short sword. Gets incredibly fast. But he has no defense now. But he's gonna constantly shield or parry you with his sword, so you can't shield bash him. He will also kick you to stun you. This is a natural sword fight. Something that people have been wanting since Zelda 2, and it's pretty nice to have. Any items you use, by the way, will make him dodge out of the way. It's a natural sword fight. However, you can knock him off his feet, and if I could do it right. Yeah, I don't think you have a window for Mortal Draw, unfortunately. So I think you have to just clash. It's just a natural sword clash. I really like this. The way I do it, if I can do it right again, a jump strike and then a couple sword slices is the best combo for him. Really good mini boss. For killing him, you get the next dungeon item in the game, the Dominion Rod. It's an amazing rod that infuses ancient statues with life. You can use it to give life to statues, and it will move like you. So, go ahead and activate it. There's the statue up there. You see the ball of light from the Dominion Rod goes into the statue. And it will now follow your exact movements. Even if you hit the button for the Dominion Rod, it will attack. And you can see that does a seismic attack with an area of effect. So do be a little bit of distance. He can actually hit you. You can quit out of it with A to show him hitting you. Oh, apparently it has to be spot on. I guess they changed that. Oh, come on. I actually want to take damage here, please. Thank you. See, he can do damage too, so you gotta be careful how close you use the Dominion Rod. But that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and end this episode off here, now that we have access to the Dominion Rod and can bring statues to life. In the next episode, we're gonna bring this statue all the way down to the bottom floor, and hopefully see what he can do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.